game. He said the community is what he calls them. They love their team even when they're not playing well. And it means so much to you as a player to be able to raise the level when you have your fans behind you.
Myles Powell to work this time against Jefferson. Powell with the fake. The three for Myles Powell is good. McKnight looking, working to the rim. No, Roden soaring in for the rebound. Another chance for Seton Hall to take the lead.
This is when Roden has to get away. You got to get away from Myles Powell. Let him go to work. You know, when you
40.7 seconds remaining in this first half. Seton Hall down a pair.
Look how small this lineup is for Creighton. And Kevin Willard goes with a small lineup himself.
McKnight back out to Powell. Myles Powell with 8 to shoot against Tyshawn Alexander. Got past Alexander to the rim and he lays it in.
Great offensive.
Atlanta, would it surprise you at all?
Not at all. Not at all.
Mamukelashvili with the three. A little strong with the shot clock winding, but Gill with the offensive rebound.
I really believe that Myles Powell has to attack the big at a better angle when they jump out to help.
Powell trying to turn the corner against Tyshawn Alexander. Powell steps back after the contact and hits a tough fadeaway.
You can't wait 2.5 years to tell us you're saying it wrong, man. I mean, you know what? Call me Marshall if that's what we're doing.
Donné Marshall.
Saying it wrong, both names.
Powell turning the corner. You could say Myles Powell. Usually it ends
up there.
Spent some time on Cape Ann once. Does that count? All right.
Not really.
No, all right. Well. Myles Powell off the inbound to Quincy McKnight. What do you expect from Seton Hall offensively? That from Powell. Oh my goodness, what a...
He's joined by McKnight, Mamukelashvili, Powell, and Gill.
He gives him a really good look. He can make threes, also hit the glass on both ends. This is what he's gotten better at.
High off the glass, and he's got his first bucket.
That's what all the areas of the scoring.
Last time these two teams played, Seton Hall snapped a 17-game road losing streak to Villanova, winning 70-64 at Wells Fargo. McKnight gathers himself. Rebounded by Powell, kept the ride going by Gill. Powell drives, reverse, got it! What Trenton! Post him. He can elevate over him for his baseline. Lost it on the way up. Loose, and Seton Hall basketball.
Oh, he had a beat too.
Powell in transition, 3, Gill.
Quick 6 to complement the look.
7-0 run for the Wildcats. Powell for 3. Here we go. Bailey. Johnson keeps it alive. He's rejected by Gill. What a rim protector he's been all year. Powell pumps. Count it.
What about the...
John lost it. Saved it. Up against the clock. It goes off of the heel for Torrance. And this is now a 7-0 run for the Hall. Powell. Well, he's playing the nine. Johnson took advantage. 20-14. One thing about it, Marquette will have to distribute it now because Howard is on the pine.
Yes, Sakar Adam has to be the guy. McEwen also. That's just too easy for...
With that quartet of Seton Hall bigs that he has to deal with. And they're on their feet at Pfizer Forum. Powell. High.
Oh, man.
Howard had that one deflected away. Powell overcame. Boy, I think he's better the bucket. It's 42-33. Annam was 0 for 6 before that bunny. Maybe that won't night him in the second half. Howard, you're right, that's just 2-15. McKnight will trigger it in. Powell. That's just too easy.
Feeling that he feels like this is a do-or-die kind of moment here in the game with under 12 to play. He was kind of appealing to the heart of his team, saying that this crowd, this building is waiting for them to show a little bit of heart.
It's a 10-0 run, and the building is beginning to jump.
the country, Romaro Gill.
And watch him at the offensive end. They love this high pick and roll, and he'll duck to the basket looking for lobs.
Mamukelashvili puts it on the deck. Here's McKnight. Off the ball fake, Champagnie doesn't bite. Shot clock down to 12.
Boy, Gill has a big mismatch down low.
Powell, the penetration all the way to the cup.
See, the hesitation when you're playing him is of glass and defensively.
And I think Rutherford got in there as well.
Yeah.
There was a double block for the Red Storm. Down to a minute 27 to play in this first half.
Nice reverse.
And Powell finishes on the interior.
That's the only play.
Getting it ahead for Rutherford. Champagnie instinctually knew what to do.
That was a terrific basketball play, just fundamentally sound.
Powell crosses, banks it home, and one.
Yeah, this is when Powell gets going, too. When he starts to get they're getting some deflections on the basketball. They just need a turnover and a layup.
Catching fire. Powell sticks it from long range.
Yeah, that's why I said he's got to continue to keep. So with McKnight back onto the floor, with the way the officials just called that play, I'd make sure that I'm driving this towards the basket to make something happen. There you go.
And Powell does with a reverse delivery. Hall with a defensive stand, and McKnight will slow it down.
I think that lob was to Champagnie. It got intercepted by Roberts just then.
McKnight hands to Mamukelashvili. Powell. Powell. A three.
Yeah,
strong. And he's got that knack of getting the ball off the floor and into his shot very quickly. Just a little tougher to control that type of move when you're going against Gill, because you're constantly looking for that 7-footer.
All of a sudden, the Pirates have come up cold here in their last few trips. Step back by Myles Powell. He hurt. Up 8. Golden, he's had the hot hand.
See when he faked a little bit just then, Brian? He fakes, he's not sure. You know what? Shoot it. He's made 3 or so. Shoot the basketball. Seton going around the corner here, going around the horn, but not doing anything with it. 3 straight passes, and nobody did anything until Powell just then.
Powell up under, knocks it down.
Shot blocker exits. Now it's time to entrance the middle of the floor.
And every time Seton Hall gets down to 2. There it is, back to 2. Tucker, step back. Too strong. Here comes Powell. With an opportunity to take the lead. Myles Powell, step back, kiss myself, yes! He's done it for the Pirates this season. Here's Myles Powell. Spins, lays it in, Myles Powell, don't hurt.
He's got 4 threes.
That's unbelievable.
We've been around Ed Cooley all week. He said, I don't want Diallo shooting threes anymore. Tough shot for Providence Friars as they try to get back into the NCAA tournament bubble conversation. Steal by Powell. Myles Powell for 2. That stops a 7-0 run for Seton Hall. Powell catch and shoot 3 is good. White tough inside, no. Gant had it knocked away right to Powell. Final minute of the first half. Powell with the left hand, yes. 5.
But it wasn't Gill.
Reeves step back. And there is Gill for the rebound. McKnight setting up the Seton Hall offense.
They're going to try the high-low. Wasn't there.
Powell on the drive, lays it in. Pretty move by Myles. Pipkins, his shot was blocked by Gill.
Gill is starting to assert himself.
Powell one-on-one with Diallo. Powell all the way. Powell scores.
We go to him in the low post. He's their most consistent scorer inside. Good play by Ed Cooley.
A new season high for Diallo. He's got 23. His career high is 27.
Let's see if the double team comes.
Powell over White. It's good. Pipkins rattles in both. 67-59. Powell comes to get it. Powell from way out is good. Timeout. At St. John's tonight, 8 out of 9. 7-point game. Here's Myles Powell. Pipkins right in his face. Powell will force it up. And he hits again.
Zagorowski deflected. Powell. He might get his first one here. What Trenton makes. Don't work. 15 seconds. Inside, Myles Powell slips to the basket again.
Very flexible in the way they play. Large, small, in between.
Powell. There's my
backs that they wore in this building when they knocked off #1 Kansas. Moore off the back iron. Mahmoud Kalashvili comes down with a rebound.
Now this is a game that both teams have to be very clinical. You got to understand exactly how to cut hard, and attention to detail when that guy has the ball.
Yeah, he got past Moore.
Standing guys up.
Slider from Slater. This one off the heel. Pulled down by Tyree Samuel. Oh, by the way, another 6'10" front court star from Montreal. Beautiful work.
Coming off the bench to pay attention to the feel of the game before I got in the game. If there were mistakes, don't make the same mistakes.
Look out. Look out. 15 minutes. The Hall led 14-2. The last 4 they were down 6-love, and Gill's presence mattered. And of course, Myles Powell in going large and getting Gillespie out.
3 fouls on Samuels. If I'm Seton Hall, I'm recognizing that. Remember, he hurt them in the first half.
Yeah.
Try to get him off the floor if you can.
Powell, boy, he's sometimes better when he's 3-42. Seton Hall by 1. That was good news that Powell picked up a third because Romero Gill didn't get his. As we were going to break a moment ago, but Powell has to be now wary of the way he plays on the defensive end, as well as Gill.
Yeah, I agree. I think Myles Powell knows how to play around that.
You think?
And that's how you get it back. You turn it over, now go down and defend. Can't hang your head in this game.
For this lineup, Miles Cale may be an option along with Roden. Powell steps back over Bay. That's just a thing of beauty.
I think Jared Roden would be right there. I just love what he's been able to do.
Ooh, a wide open look. Terrell Allen couldn't convert. And here's a guy, speaking of injuries, Sandro Mamukelashvili, who is back for his 3rd straight game and back in the starting lineup, and threes. See how they respond here, trying to get a 3 of their own, but that's well short by Jamarco Pickett. So Seton Hall with a chance to open up a double-digit lead out of the gate, and they
Have been on.
Blair 82% from the line, and he converts all 3. Seton Hall ranked 12th in the country, right where they started the season at. How did he get that to go? Powell is
Have to do up and under, step throughs, multiple fakes against a guy like Gill.
totally different than the game against St. John's, where he really controlled the interior. Powell floating off the glass. He's already
Down sticking with this 2-3 zone. Had a tough time rebounding out of it. Powell's able to penetrate it as well. And certainly, you cannot leave Powell in the open looks like this.
No, you cannot. And that is
Gets it going. It relaxes everyone else on the road.
big fella, year 7. He'll take that on occasion. He's attempted 12 of them this year, made 3.
He shot 50% from 3 at NC State his last year. I think he should shoot more threes.
They got to find an answer right.
Hasn't gotten their feelings hurt by all the block shots. They're still willing to drive in there. But I think they're driving with the understanding that the kick out might be the play.
We'll see how the final 145 plays out, but if you're Patrick Ewing, you get in the locker room down 2 possessions, you got to be thrilled.
Absolutely.
Just as I say that, Myles, it's a 1-possession game. Does Powell have the answer? Of course he does. And Seton lucky that found its way to Allen. See, his floaters are affected by knowing that Gill's around the basket.
No doubt that Gill is in the head of these Hoya guards.
Powell blowing right by Terrell Allen. Powell.
Double. Gonna watch out. Malukalishvili almost got him, and guess who did get him? Roden stripping it away from Wahab.
Really good defensive rotation from Roden.
Powell this time taking it to the rim.
So Georgetown back man-to-man.
And Patrick Ewing continuing to switch those defenses, trying to keep Seton Hall and Myles Powell off guard. Powell with the left hand, slips it up. Ooh, that might be goal. Inside, Romaro Gill. No, got it back. And somehow saved it out to Roden. Near turnover. Powell drives, and Powell gets the roll on the road.
So you almost forgot that he was on the floor. He hasn't really gotten a lot of touches. You know, the last few minutes, he stays in there. Nice little putback.
The Pirates have gotten what they needed, though. A run. And Myles Powell. Yeah, I do need supervision. It's up to my wife for 41 years. She'll tell you that, too. Powell trying to get it done himself. Look out. There are two kinds of basketball. There's basketball and basketball in Jersey. Here's Powell working on Marshall. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He used his...
Especially when he had the concussion, 2 games, a couple of guys played much better.
Romeo Weems with the backdoor cut, but blew the layup. Here's Myles Powell to McKnight.
Yeah, they run that little bit of a weave action in terms of to try to get the offense moving, get some bodies going.
Powell. Haynes and kisses it off the...
Quick cut to the basket off the screen.
Powell for 3. Yes. Leaks out. And they kick it back to Charlie Moore. Open for 3. Misses.
Look up. You get a layup. You missed it.
Powell behind the back. Keeps it. Lays it in.
But you can never count him out, Brian, as you've seen and I've seen. And I just think the Seton Hall fans are waiting for something to happen.
There he is. Count it in 1. Lets it fly and got his own board.
Bucks is pushing in there again.
Oh, back the other way. Powell goes up and lays it in. First.
Smaller lineup.
Coleman lands. Fades. No. Obiagu, a tough board.
Reed has to be careful. Same with Butts. That's a big-time screen out front. A 265-pounder in Obiagu. You get hit with one of those, you're looking for him the next time. Powell.
Count it. For DePaul.
There's a 2-on-1 break again. He pulls it back. So Kevin Willard said, you're going into the game, but I don't want you giving me heart failure over here with that one. Pull it back out.
Under 3 to play. Here's Powell with 10 on the shot clock.
He's going to try to draw a foul right here.
Takes it all the way in and lays it in.
On the floor, Roden, the sophomore, just makes a heads-up play. And excellent job by Powell finding it.
Diallo will have a seat. Providence now with 3 turnovers. Here's Myles Powell. Gets loose and lays it in and counts the basket in the Pirates, who have the rock here to begin the second half. Myles Powell, who's yet to get cooking, lays it up and in.
Beautiful play.
Now they go to the 1-3-1. Here's Roden. Thought about it. Powell will take it, count it, and he'll go to the line.
Factor. Powell. Rack to rack. He's Cale off the feed from Powell. Gill with the offensive rebound. They'll bring it down. Rejected by Steer. Powell.
Well, that's the Challenge them. Watch your 10-second count here. Just got it over.
Yeah, and a turnover. What's that old adage? A team that presses doesn't like being pressed.
Absolutely.
And just, by the way, it was a miracle to me that St. John's had a chance to win that game.
Right.
I mean, they got down by 23 and just fought their way back. Powell, baseline blast by Myles Powell. We haven't seen the best of him yet. His freshman from Montreal has got a lot of game.
They put a big screen out front, but they switched it with Herron that time, and now they switch back. Williams, a very, very good perimeter defense.
Powell.
That might be
Count the basket. Roberts with goaltending. Short on just a little. Powell follows his own shot. Scores know how to score.
Yeah, that's where he's very.
And another opportunity for a Seton Hall lead. Powell off the pick. Gill set a pretty big one. But Mustafa.
A little step away.
And we're tied at 61. Powell again. Well, you think Powell, but don't forget McKnight's line is 17, 7 boards, and 5 assists.
Rutherford has to make sure he's not hand conscious here. Just he went for a little steal and it didn't work.
Powell, big time. Roberts off the bounce pass entry. What a dime that was.
It sure was, because they got Gill coming towards the left side of the floor, tracking him, a little wraparound action.
A little dime.
Wow.
Big time. 73-72.
See if you can try to force him left. Nice defense.
Yeah, he tried to reduce a foul. Powell again. Count it and one. By the way, this is the number 18 team with a bullet. If they happen to win this game, you can make a case Seton Hall is top 10 next week or tomorrow.
So Powell's going to probably get some high screen action at some point in this set. Kevin Willard waiting it out, or some action along the baseline.
Makes his move. Reversal. Wow. And the lead is from Indiana. McDermott, a sharpshooter, but now a much more complete player.
Little surprised that Seton Hall came with a post double.
Powell with an answer from downtown. Two teams that... Turnover taken away by Powell. A solo up and under. How big time is he? With the star player again.
And then they're going to get another good player back in Mahmoud Kalashvili.
End to end off the pilfer. And the Hall has control. Took 2 seconds off of the clock, and that was the reason for the stoppage in the play. Powell again.
Just so to 40. But that's what you have to do against Romaro Gill. Put him in ball screens, get him away from the basket, make him move laterally and attack. That's great play for Kamal Baldwin.
Powell dumps it to Gill. Little dribble handoff. Hello. Actually, no dribble, just a handoff. That's his second. No points for Tucker this half. Another pick for Powell. And he gets the deuce.
That's something I think.
His face, his expression says it all.
How about Seton Hall's toughness? Just continue to fight and fight and fight and fight.
Powell for 3. Nothing but nylon. Eric, the graduate senior, by way of Valparaiso. Look at Powell on the run out. Just going down the floor and beating the competition. Been available other than Battle. What with Theron Thompson out of this game with 5 fouls. Powell for 3. Bang.
Great execution.
Saw McEwen get into the lane, quickly kick it out, and a steal by Powell with numbers, and he finishes.
That can get him going. Marquette using several players against Gill. Watch out!
McEwen pulls it up.
They got 5 on 4 here.
Bailey missed the 3. Roden the rebound.
Opportunity right here.
Powell pushing.
Powell scoring. Opportunity. What?
Howard splits the double. Trying to drop it off.
I like Nelson. He can play.
Ooh, big screen for Powell. Bang!
Biago goes out and challenges it to get the miss, but nobody blocks out his man.
Powell step back. Wow!
He's feeling it.
Bailey open. That ball may have been tipped.
It was.
Powell.
It's the backboard. Can't touch it. Too much standing around here.
Powell around the screen. Powell to the bucket. Oh! How did he get it up and around?
They're taking the air out of it a little here. McKnight's quick enough to go on his own. Clear aside for Powell, maybe.
Powell. Wow.
He got.
Carter's checked back in. Freemantle's checked in, and a three is off the mark.
You could really see on that drive. You could
That's
really.
a goaltend.
Yeah, you.
Freemantle, a freshman out of Teaneck, New Jersey.
He's ready. He's ready for the Big East to start.
Here's Powell to the basket, and the basket against this team. And I mean, there's pushing and shoving going on down at the other end with Carter and Kale, and there's a three by.
If you look at Seton Hall's got 13 points from second chance and turnovers, and Xavier's got 1. It's just those little things, you know, those hidden plays.
Look at Powell going up against a bigger, stronger Marshall.
You just get by Obiabu, and you got Tyreek Samuel there contesting at the rim.
Now Powell. Oh my gosh. I mean, force a shot. That's just excellent defense right there by Kale.
Kevin Willard talked exactly about that play and how the defender had done it twice.
And then Powell blows right by Carter for the back.
Good hustle. Carter and Jones have really kept it going.
Yep. Jones now with 13. Carter has 12. The other three on the floor right now have a combined 10.
No way.
Oh, my goodness.
No, force it down. Some teams play it soft. Some teams play it flat. Xavier coming out hard on that.
Powell off the screen. Pulls up from 15. Nothing but net.
Just the speed.
Still a long way to go. And in with a right hand off. Carter for three. And I mean, didn't even catch iron. And he's had a lot of those this year. Look at Powell with a left hand and draw.
Here's Powell looking for his first points of the game. Runs the pick and roll with Yurt 7. And then tried to leave it for Allen. Throws it away. Powell lays it in. In the corner is Mosley. Air ball. And back the other way is Myles Powell. Lays it in. Myles Kale had that hot hand from 3 in the first half. No shot so far in the second half. Powell drives, lays it in. Myles Powell with 6 assists tonight.
We told you whether Georgetown can sustain with back-to-back turnovers and allowing those shots.
Now the rocking. Allen misses. Yurt 7, the offensive glass, and turnover.
3 in a row by Georgetown.
Again. You better believe it.
And he just lost it. Finding Powell on the break. They got the numbers. Powell, you can count the bucket. Goaltending.
Defense creating well in their last outing.
Now here's Coleman lands for now, though. It's short. And reaching up to get it. A big rebound here from Myles Kale. Gets it out to Nelson. Powell's still looking for his first shots, and he hits it from 3.
Boy, that shot fake. You know, we talked about Weems influencing the game at both ends of the floor. As you see Powell with the take and the finish. Chance for the transition, excellent time to shoot the three ball in the scattered court.
Powell looking for the answer, you bet.
Wow, right back at you, punch, counter punch.
DePaul had some big-time runs in the first half and trying to build off of that again. Here's Powell on the push. And one. Count it.
Oh, there's another one of those.
Don't forget, McKnight is a player who had made 17 straight free throws before that miss coming into tonight. Powell with the takeaway, finger roll finish.
Pirates with the sideline out of bounds box set.
Into the corner. Powell taking it inside, going right at Reed, who's in foul trouble, could only half
block some shots. Yeah, 23 blocks this year, top 3 in the Big East. Another miss by Powell, gets it back, right into the chest of Carter for 2. They love this high screen with Johnson. Baker goes to work, has it tapped from behind by McKnight. Here's Powell, gathers and scores it.
Seton Hall looks exhausted. Michael's team is not. He's substituted frequently. There's been 9 or 10 guys in the game already.
But Powell is...
He will heave from deep. Bolton, the response too strong. And Obiagu with the rebound.
Bolton forcing the issue a little bit too much in the Bahamas in their last game against Seton Hall as well.
Powell up and over Jacob.
Condit took his time, made a quick decision, though, off the bounce on a face in the middle of the lane. High degree of difficulty.
Powell in the face.
Reminds us of that. You know, we fashioned ourselves to be good offensive coaches, but instead we said, no, we're tough defenders.
And there is Powell breaking.
Seeing how too much one-on-one. One guy with the ball, 4 guys standing.
Powell as Nixon falls down, and Powell makes him. Reynolds for 3. Pirates keep it alive as Young. Swatted it, but it ended up in the hands of the Pirates, and Powell with the finish at the 1-point lead.
Now, Myles Powell's getting a little hungry, and in the last couple possessions, you can see he's got that look in his eye that he wants the ball to finish this game off.
For 3. Got it. Myles 2 points per game this season. And here we are in a low-scoring affair. Pivotal early season matchup probably means more at this point in time for the Cyclones and Seton Hall. Up and under Myles Powell.
Coming into this tournament, they got it going last night. 14 threes, and a big part of that was Prentice Nixon getting it going and Rasheer Bolton.
Powell guarded hard by Nixon. Transfer from Colorado State, works his way around the screen and hits the 2-point jumper in.
I'm going to help them, but we're going to let them do what they do.
He has operated with a real public sense of humility so far, and it has been successful for Michigan. Good news is that Alabama will play nice and slow, so the floor won't be an issue. Nate Oates and the Crimson Tide in our nightcap. As Powell hits a 3, now with 46 points in the tournament. He's getting his mojo back. Prentice Nixon on Powell. Isolation. And the foul, count the goal. Again, a little window dressing once more for Rasheer Bolton. He has 18, a game high. Powell. Condit stuffs, and that's a goaltend. Extracurriculars when the lights went out. Thankfully, there was no excessive contact happening at the point, and we play on. We play ball with a great second-half finish ahead of us. Powell around a Samuel screen. Myles Powell, he can light up. Powell off the fine. McKnight. Halliburton in transition. What a bounce pass. Gets it back. Missed it strong from Caleb Grill. Halliburton slow to get up behind the play. It's a 5-on-4. That's what happens when you give.
They need a stop here.
Jackson, the true freshman, draws the Powell assignment. 2 screens. Powell's into Condit.
Floats it up and off the window. Here's Powell against the freshman Knutsche. Hasn't put up a shot in the first 3+ minutes. Myles Powell does this time, and the missed claw back in with McKnight off the floor. Watson's pass, wayward. Powell from Kale, and there's a finish for Myles.
And look, he led Conference USA in three-point field goal percentage last year. He just hasn't shot it well to start this season, but he's had a great tournament.
Myles Powell from a very young Southern Miss team. Myles Kale. Obiagu got a right paw on it, and Powell has the offensive rebound. Down the lane to float it home. 3 decades, and the Pirates have their first in Powell. Taking McCoy off the dribble. That's just nasty.
So 2 charges in that game against Michigan State. Playing against Cassius Winston. And there tonight you pick up an early foul on Peyton Pritchard.
The nation's leader in minutes last year. Powell!
By the way, that I've been working on all day long.
You should feel proud of yourself. You nailed it. I thought you were just going to go with Mamu tonight. Pritchard, by the way, back on the bench. So Dana Altman with a little offense-defense here before the under 12.
Powell on the floater.
Myles not going to have that type of green light. He's such a soft-spoken kid. He's got a big heart. I love him, and I love him as a player, and I think any team that takes him, he's a late first-round kind of guy, and he's, I think, going to have a long NBA career.
Part of their 10-game win streak, gained more confidence as the year went on, continue to evolve his shot.
Powell, he backs in.
15 fouls called, so it was really a clean half.
Our first half stats brought to you by Atlantis. Myles Powell leads the way with 10 points to lead all scorers. Chris Duarte with 9 for the Ducks.
And Powell.
Kale, that is a tough-looking shot. And he gets the rebound back. 3 Oregon players were there. Nobody took it. Kevin Willard calls out a new set. Oh, boy. Powell with all day. Where Myles Powell went to school and grew up. Powell strips Pritchard here on the way up. And the pride of Trenton Catholic has the ball. He's got that look on his face. Oh, boy. Great screen on that last Powell bucket. This is Kale. And the ball ends up in the hands of Powell. Are you kidding me?
How did he finish that?
That is grown man strength, 6'6", 190 junior of the Dominican Republic. Powell, space, 3.
Himself in that lane, he draws so much attention and creates so many shots for these other guys.
That last basket, his first 2-point attempt of the game, 3 for 5 from deep. Seton Hall scoreless from the field and nearly 2.5. They get the ball in Powell's hands. And they let Myles Powell eat.
I don't like that shot. That's kind of a hero shot there. And look, he can make that and has made that. You'd love him to try to get some penetration, get something at the basket.
Powell leans into Richardson, and Powell backs it in from 3.
Yes, but also about getting all of these players involved offensively.
2-2 ball game just underway. Powell goes over to McKnight. And he's fearless. That's why he's got a... McKnight gets it to Powell. This is a heck of a matchup for Randolph. Flows right by him. Layup. Got it.
The pass gets Nelson, and that can be frustrating when you feel that type of pressure on the perimeter.
The Sears poor with the foul. Powell way outside. Count it. Big name football players that start in the AFL and the NFL. Turnovers 10 for Florida A&M, 5 for Seton Hall. Powell straightens up. Deep jacket, he's got it. By Rod Melton. And Seton Hall may want to try to answer a wake-up call here any minute now. Powell going to take it himself. In traffic.
And I asked
Roden, but what I like even more, Myles Powell's missed a couple three-point shots. What does he do? He goes to the basket.
And they just abused.
So far beyond the three-point line.
Obiazu with a couple of free throws. Here's a steal at midcourt. Nice pass. Powell layup. Powell, deep jumper. Back rim, no good. Kept alive. He'll get another opportunity. Shebang. There we go. Big center. Laid it up. No. Rebound, Powell. Pretty good handle by Myles Powell.
Had some assists. Here's Perkins from the free throw line. Can't get the roll. Myles Powell steam all the way into the bucket. Myles Powell for three. Myles Powell for the Billikens. Now they're running Powell in the baseline behind the zone. And the three tries down both. Travis Ford really likes what he's going to be. A local out of St. Louis, St. Mary's. Travis saw him early, had his eye on him. He'll be a spectacular player. As we mentioned, he's got both thumbs heavily damaged. Yuri Collins playing injured. On the drive, McKnight leads off. And now Myles Powell, the three, splash. Jordan, you know that I bought you a Billiken statue for good luck for you to take back to Chicago, and I also put in there a Cardinal pennant. You can have the pennant, but I'll keep the Billiken. But how'd you like when you woke up this morning, looked out your hotel window and saw the St. Louis Cardinals ballpark? Hey, man, I saw the it looks great. For a Cubs guy, that had to hurt. They got the division this year. What can I say? Here's Myles Powell. Drills another. Myles Powell was defended. But apart from that, it's a pretty different roster for the Billikens.
And the kick.
Got it.
Right short by Lawyer. Powell, quick release. Boom.
The game, Chris Mullen at St. John's.
They were one name league. Players, Patrick, Chris, Eddie, and the coaches were one name. But Dave Gavitt would have loved Tom Izzo.
Off the glass, Myles Powell. Dave Gavitt with a time.
And they're going to get up on him.
Lawyer right in his hip pocket.
He knows he can elevate.
Whoa.
He knows he can elevate when he's got Lawyer. Pretty hard, too. They got 5-on-4.
And it's stolen away. McKnight.
And that's the other. That's the fifth. Fortuitous. I think he's going to have a great year.
7 points for Aaron Henry. And Michigan State takes a 32-27 lead. Powell curling down the lane. Hangs in the air. Bakes it down. And the foul.
There's that strength.
Richmond trying to feed the post. Throws it away. 10 turnovers for Michigan State. Powell. Hard down the lane. The runner off the glass and in.
Boy,
Aaron Henry with 9. Powell. Run Trent. Nice. Side his career high with 5 blocks. Kale on the other side now.
Well, they stretch the D. That's why they get things in the lane, too.
Powell off balance. Three.
How did he get that? It was a little mismatch now.
Step back, Cassius. And tipped by Gill into the hands of Roden.
Watch out in the early with this jumper.
Down the lane this time. Double pump. Up and in.
That's what he can do now. Ooh, don't even push there.
Kale. Powell the layup.
That's
66-65. Seton Hall can go in front here. Powell, quick release. And you knew it was coming. Here.
Hall in a great spot to dominate, too.
Under 3 to play. In regulation.
This is their end of the floor, Michigan State.
Hall just needs a crease. Powell, that is. Just needs a crease. Lets it go. And backs again. Woo!
Nesby is good. Nesby comes from a basketball family. Of course, his father played in the league. There's the
Gill catches it, and not a great pass, but Gill catches it, finishes. Another luxury to have your bigs with hands that can finish. Facing and having your scorers with room to work in that paint.
McKnight. Powell comes off a screen, shoots a three, got it, and the foul.
Something late, you know where that ball's going. It's got to go to Myles Powell, but they seem to be in a little bit of a hurry. And you got to credit Wagner for speeding them up like that.
Here's Powell. Going through the jackknifing right.
Just a great feel for the game.
He's in double figures with 10. Powell got it. In the NEC when it comes to defense, and our defense will keep us in it, and they have so far in this basketball game. Powell draws the foul for three, and he got it. Stop it. Of Seton Hall, P.J. Carlesimo was the coach.